Keeping up with our motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students. Here Mrs. Sonal Shadoshi from Thakur Vidya Mandir High School and Junior College teaching you all geography today for grade 8, chapter 5, Ocean Currents. Today we are going to learn part 2. But before that, we have seen in previous session that when does any material flow, what happens when it flows, and which thing in the material is responsible for the initiation of the flow. We have done one experiment that putting a tray full of water and then leaving sequences, and when sequences become still, we have lightened the lamp, and then we have seen that after some time when the temperature goes up, the water flow starts flowing and the sequences start moving. This is due to the density of water. As the temperature increases, the density of water gets affected and lighter water replaces the heavier water, and that way water flows and sequences with the water also flows. So the similar way, when there is water flow on the surface of the ocean on the earth is called ocean current. We have learned the meaning of ocean current. What do you mean by the term current? So the term current indicates the motion of the ocean. An ocean current is continuous directed movement of sea water generated by number of forces acting upon water. As we have seen in the experiment, those forces are first and foremost temperature. As the temperature increases, the density of water decreases and lighter water started replacing heavier water. So the factors are temperature, density and planetary winds. So we have seen that ocean currents, the forces which lead to the formation of ocean currents are temperature, density and planetary winds. We have also learnt the other two factors which are responsible for the direction of flow of ocean currents. Those are rotation of earth. Due to the rotation of earth, the water flow in the northern hemisphere flows clockwise, and in the southern hemisphere it flows anti-clockwise. The second one is continental structure. The coastal alignment decides the flow of ocean currents. So the factors which are responsible for the flow, direction of the flow, are rotation of the earth and continental structure on the earth. We have seen the ocean structure. In the image you can see 10% of the ocean water is the depth till which the sunlight reaches, that is known as surface ocean water, and below that, that is 90% of the ocean water where the sunlight reaches hardly, that is called deep ocean water. Generally surface ocean water is up to the 500 meters of the depth from the surface of water. We have seen the meaning of surface ocean water and its benefit. What is surface ocean current? So the flow on the surface of ocean moves only 10% of the ocean water. That is considered as surface ocean current. Today we are going to learn deep ocean currents. From the name only, you can imagine what is deep ocean currents. That is the flow of ocean water below the depth of 500 meters of ocean surface. Water currents beyond the depth of 500 meters are known as deep ocean currents. The currents are formed due to the differences in temperature and density of the water, as we have seen earlier. This is known as thermoline circulation. We have seen that as the temperature increases, the density of water gets affected, and lighter water, which is at the bottom, replaces the heavier water which is at the top, and that way the water flows regularly. The differences in temperature of various parts of the ocean is the major reason behind the deep sea currents. Now, warm water has lower salinity and density. As I told you, such water comes to the surface of the sea. So, warm water comes to the surface of the sea. Cold water with high density goes down. And then again, cold water becomes hot water, comes up, and this process goes on and on. So, this movement causes a deep sea water currents, and generally, the surface water near the Greenland and Europe moves to more depths. This water moves to the Antarctica at this depths. Later, the water moves to the surface. Thus, the redistribution of the ocean water keeps occurring. This redistribution takes around 500 years to complete. This type of movement is also known as conveyor belt. And here you can see red color indicates the warm ocean currents and blue indicates the cold ocean currents. Now let us see the benefits of deep ocean water. One and only benefit of deep ocean current is due to this circulation, movement of sea water occurs on a large scale, and when warm water is transferred from the bottom from the surface and the nutrition rich cold water comes up, it brings minerals with them. So warm water is transferred to the bottom from the surface, and the nutrition rich cold water is circulated to the surface, which brings lots of minerals with them. That is the one and only benefit of deep ocean current. So today we have learned what is deep ocean current and what is the one and only benefit of it to human life. Thank you all. Here we ends up the chapter. Thank you once again.